broke. But if Hollywood is making this decision, then you're just gonna have to wait until January 2018 so you can do your press tour. Because I'm pretty sure these press tours and everything, they get paid for that by through the, you know, whoever, whatever the movie company is or whatever. I don't know, but. He's just going through these Twitter rants and he's crying and I just left a comment on there just yesterday and I was like, I feel like he's in his early stages of having a mental breakdown because he's showing all the signs of what someone who's about to have a mental breakdown is going through. I mean, the crying, the rants, he's going through a protective custody because I think he has to go to court because his child's mother filed a restraining order against him because she was saying that he was being rough with his daughter, and that type of thing. It's just like he needs to see he needs a mental evaluation, like seriously.
Okay.
I don't know if Iyanla needs to step in or what, but or Dr. Phil or
I don't even know. I mean, I barely know who Tyrese is, so
he's an R&B singer.
Okay.
But he was best known for his role as, I don't know if you watch Baby Boy.
Wait, you mean the movie?
Yes.
With Anthony Rapp?
Baby Boy with Snoop Dogg and Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, no.
Oh, the movie was too
There's a
ghetto
gay
for
movie.
Donovan.
No, there's a gay movie called Baby Boy, BWOY, and it's about this Jamaican guy I thought he was played him, but okay, go ahead.
No, this is with Taraji P. This movie came out years ago.
Never heard of
Taraji P. Henson, Snoop Dogg, Tyrese.
No, that's one of those black movies. I don't want.
Oh, he doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch it.
It's just like you and your white movies. You don't watch anything white. It's ridiculous.
Yes, I do. I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Hardly anything, like I said, but go ahead.
I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. I watch Will and Grace.
That's just come back, both of those. And that's repeats. Those don't count. They've already been on before, so it doesn't count.
So yeah. So he needs to see a doctor. That's all, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay, what about who the fuck is Jennie Mai? I don't know who that is either.
So I mean, I really don't watch The Real, but Jennie Mai, that's her name.
Mai.
She is one of the co-hosts on The Real. She's filing for a divorce with her husband, and the only thing is that she didn't want to have kids and he did. And I was like, why the fuck would you marry someone if y'all aren't on the same page about having kids?
Yeah, right.
So I'm sure that has a lot to do with
people
it.
do that all the time. People get married all the time without being on the same page about things. Trust me.
That's true. So
Trust me.
They're getting a divorce because he wants kids and she doesn't. So
this reminds me of. Did you hear the whole thing about Kathy Griffin and Andy Cohen and all that stuff?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
No, not about him hosting, not about him taking her place on the thing, but about her accusing him of. What did you hear this part or not?
No.
Oh, she did a 17-minute video this last week, and she talked about how Andy Cohen and Harvey Levin from TMZ, both ironically who are gay. Okay.
Harvey Levin's gay?
You didn't know that? Yeah, he's gay.
No.
He's an idiot Republican who supports Trump, but he's gay. Yeah, he's been gay. He's always been gay. Anyway, yes, he's gay.
Didn't he used to be like the correspondent on the People's Court back in the
he
day
still
too?
is. I still watch the People's Court. He still is.
I had no idea he was gay. Well, Andy Cohen, I did, but
he's gay. Anyway, they're both gay, and she said that he's been harassing her, and he basically called her and left her a message, told him to call her or whatever. Anyway, basically she said that he's like a scumbag, and he's like he holds all the bones in Hollywood and knows where they're buried and everything else, and he holds it over people's heads and da-da-da-da. And then Andy Cohen, she said, he used to produce her show, the My Life on the D-List, which I don't know if you ever watched that when it was on years ago, but it was an awesome show.
Yeah, I did. I remember. I did watch a few episodes.
Yeah, it was one of those first, few reality series that really did well a long time when this kind of started getting going on Bravo and stuff. But anyway, she won like 3 Emmys on the show, blah blah blah. Anyway, so she pitched to Bravo about doing her own talk show on Bravo. And they said that they think about it, whatever. They were going to do it, and then all of a sudden they said, "Well, sorry, we can't do it. We're not doing it now, whatever." And what happens? Andy Cohen's show comes out. Watch What Happens Live comes out the same months later. And
wait, but didn't she actually have a talk show at one point?
Yeah, but it wasn't on that. It wasn't that. It wasn't the same thing. It wasn't the same show. It was a different show. Anyway, so he apparently every time she's been on Watch What Happens Live twice. And she said both times when she went and watched What Happens Live before the show, he would be like talking to her in this dressing room or whatever and said, "You want to do some blow? You want to do some blow?" And she's like, "Not really." And he's like, "Oh, come on, let's do some blow." And so he's like apparently got a big cocaine-ish problem. And he said that, I don't know.
What? That doesn't surprise me about him.
Me either.
I don't know why.
Me either.
See, and that's weird that I think that wouldn't surprise me with him.
He's not. I've never thought of him as some upstanding guy. I never thought of him as some perfect guy. Any guy who would have the shows, the Real Housewives shows, and do what he does is not going to be the most upstanding guy because he's not interested in kindness and lollipops and stuff. He's interested in drama and causing issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, he's best friends with Anderson Cooper, and apparently he's sticking up for him in this whole Kathy thing. And anyway, she went on and on about how horrible a person he is and whatever else. So I just know if you'd heard about that, but I wondered if you would be surprised.
No, I didn't. I just read the caption. I didn't click on it,
Yeah.
but I think blogger B Scott made a post about it.
Yeah.
And said something about it, but I didn't read the details. But the fact that he says that he wants to go around and ask like, "Oh, you want to do some blow before the show?" That doesn't surprise me for some reason. I don't know if I should be shocked at myself for saying that.
Well, he
but
said
that
it was. He said it was all lies. None of it's true, and that's what he said. But I don't believe him. But whatever. I believe her.
I mean, that's kind of extreme for. But that's what I'm saying, because I'm like, that's kind of extreme for someone to just make that up.
That's the thing about her. She doesn't make things up. She tells the truth about all these people she runs into, celebrities and stuff. She tells the truth about them. She doesn't need to make shit up. So. But
again, it's Hollywood. That's part of the circle. Drugs and all that shit is readily available in the industry, and I mean they've had documentaries about that shit.
On
TV about. People fly in and they have like professional drug runners and all kinds of shit. I've seen it on TV. But so I mean, I for some reason that doesn't surprise me.
So last topic before we go, you said Grindr is being sued for what?
Yes, Grindr is being sued by a former employee. He says that the HR supervisor drugged and raped him at a Christmas party. It says a former Grindr employee is suing the gay dating service, claiming that the human resources supervisor slipped him a drug at the company's 2016 Christmas party and anally raped him. Why did they put that in? Anally raped him? I mean, like as if he has a vagina or something. But I mean, honestly, let's just pause it for a moment. Why would you put in anally raped him? I mean,
I guess you can be raped.
Probably some.
You can be raped in your mouth. I mean, he could have fucked him in the mouth, but I guess that's why.
I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, to put in anally is kind of like, like he doesn't have a vagina.
Superfluous.
So I mean, okay, but anyway, it says the plaintiff, who is listed as John Doe, claims that Daniel Cabanero, I hope I'm saying that right, is the one who drugged him and allegedly put him in a car and took him to a hotel room where he anally penetrated him. It says John Doe says he woke up and Cabanero was holding him down on the bed in the middle of the sexual act. He says he lost consciousness again, and then when he regained it, he immediately went to the ER where he was subjected to a highly invasive and rape examination.
That's sad.
He says he went to law enforcement, which conducted an investigation, and he believes the investigation is ongoing. He said JD goes on to claim various Grindr officers were aware that he was impaired at the party, but did nothing to protect his health and safety. Why would they protect you at a party?
What do you mean? Why would they protect him at the party? If he's saying help me,
he says that the plaintiff goes on to claim that various Grindr officers, I don't know if these are like in-house security or something, were aware that he was impaired at the party, but did nothing to protect his health and safety.
I think he means officers, like people who are like, vice presidents and things like that.
But I mean, but even if that's the case, why would they protect his health and safety? He's at a party.
I don't know. I mean, it's not. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
If someone is aware that he's being assaulted and they don't do anything, then yes, they're liable. But if they're not aware that anything's happening, they're not liable.
No, they didn't say that he. But they didn't say that he was. They didn't say that he was aware that he was assaulted. They just said that they were aware that he was impaired. But I mean, okay.
It's not
Anyway,
up to them. It's not up. No, I agree. It's not up to them if he's impaired. Meaning, was he drugged or was he drunk? He was drugged. He thought.
They say he was drugged.
So, but it's not their responsibility to make sure that he doesn't get raped.
Exactly. If you want to make sure that your health and safety is good while you're at the party, you should have brought your mother with you or your sister. Or
well,
your friend,
I mean, that to be fair, it's not his fault if he was drugged by somebody without his knowledge.
No. I'm not saying that.
But yes.
But this particular quote, it seems a little questionable. He says, it goes on to claim that various Grindr officers were aware that he was impaired at the party, but did nothing to protect his health and safety.
Well, I don't know what that means, so whatever.
Why were they protecting him?
I mean,
I don't know either, but based on what they've written, it sounds like.
I don't think when anyone goes to a party, when anyone goes to a party, I don't think there's any expectation of protection from the people who threw the party. It's just stupid to me. I mean, you go to a party, shit happens. So I'm not saying this should have happened to him. I'm just saying you can't put it on the people who threw the party unless they were complicit in it. So.
Right. And it says the plaintiff also claims the company encouraged sexually explicit language, sexual innuendo, and sexual misconduct. Says TMZ reached out to Grindr and so far no word back. So, I mean,
whatever.
I mean, I hate that this happened to him, but just that one phrase has me a little confused. And I'm not saying that you know, if he was taken advantage of and that type of thing, then by all means he needs to, be compensated for whatever he has to go through and that type of thing. But I feel like I need to know more. It feels like I don't know enough to make a decision on this. So
before we go, your birthday's Saturday, right?
Yes, my birthday is Saturday.
How old will you be?
How old? 35.
35?
And I am, and I'm pretty bummed.
Why?
So, yeah, I found a gray hair today.
Oh, God.
I was today.
Your audio is going in and out really bad right now, by the way.
I found a gray hair, and I'm like,
you're completely dying. If you listen back to the show, you'll be like, I can't hear you. That's okay. We should get in the show anyway.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Speak.
Okay, so yes, I'm going to be 35 on Saturday, and I'm pretty bummed about it, but it is what it is. I'm still going to have a good time, and yeah, that's going to be it. So I'm actually going to eat tomorrow night with some friends. They're taking me out to eat at Ida Claire in Addison.
Oh, that's a good place. I love it.
I've never been there before, but I read their Yelp reviews, and it's really, really good. I've actually heard people who've actually been there say that they have really good food, so I'm really excited about that.
It is good food.
Saturday is my actual birthday. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I should have figured this out like weeks ago.
You need to go get laid.
Yeah, that's one. That's one.
It's your birthday.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty hoe.
So, well, I hope you find it.
So, and then also, and I also wanted to throw this in here. So have you been watching VH1's Daytime Divas?
What do you think?
I'm gonna say no. No, yeah, I'm gonna say yes because you like Vanessa Williams.
Hell no, I haven't watching Daytime Divas. No.
Oh,
I don't even know what it is.
It's the show that comes on VH1 with Vanessa Williams.
Oh, the one that's about that book that What's Her Face wrote.
Right.
Oh, okay, continue.
So they're not going to be, they canceled it. It won't be coming back for season 2, which I'm so heartbroken because I was really into the show.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't say why. They didn't say why they canceled it, but they just said that they just had a post saying that Daytime Divas will not be returning for season 2, which is kind of crazy to me because if you remember before the show premiered, they promoted the fuck out of that show.
Well, it has to have an audience, and the audience isn't big enough.
Billboards, it was on commercials.
The audience that found it isn't big enough.
Audience. They had the audience.
They don't have the audience, otherwise they would be canceling it. There's no reason for them to cancel it. They don't have enough viewers watching it. They don't have enough share, so that's why they're canceling it. Sorry. There's plenty of shows I've watched that got canceled that I love that were excellent shows. So just because it's an excellent show doesn't mean it won't get canceled. As long as the money's there and the viewers are there, it won't get canceled. But apparently one of the others not there. So sorry.
I haven't felt this bad since they did since they canceled the New Normal. Remember they had the New Normal?
I loved the New Normal. Yeah, with Nene. Yeah, it was a good show.
And I was so bummed when they canceled that too.
Oh well, c'est la vie. That's the way it goes in Hollywood. As we said, Hollywood sucks. So it is what it is. So anyway. Okay, everybody, that's the end of our show.